Today on What It's Like, 1933 Plymouth PD Rumble Seat Coupe. But before diving in deep with this one, I'm Jay. Welcome to What It's Like, the automotive channel that takes the time to talk about the classics, vintage, some exotics, lots of orphan cars, and cars for whatever reason that don't get the time of day. Dive in deep with specs, period, ads, button switches, and knobs, and most importantly, show what these cars are like. If that sounds like a channel that you will totally dig, subscribe and hit the bell icon next to it to never miss a video. This 1933 Plymouth PD Rumble Seat Coupe is currently for sale at Classic Auto Mall, Morgantown, Pennsylvania, with over 850 cars for sale when recording this episode. Anybody can go there. It doesn't cost anything to get in and out, and I swear when you walk through those front doors, it's like hearing angels sing. For more information, pricing, and pictures pertaining to this very car, be sure to click the link below after this show. Real quick announcement before we get to the meat and potatoes. I mentioned in the previous video that there's going to be an AMC car show at Classic Auto Mall on Saturday. After looking at the weather, I am not going to that car show. I have to drive 5.5 hours to Classic Auto Mall. And if it's going to rain, nobody drives their cars in the rain. So it's probably still going on, but that's too big of a gamble for me to drive out there. So I just wanted to let you know, wanted to be transparent. I won't be there, but I will be. There is a car show going on Lowville, Ohio, May 8th. I will definitely be at that one. So if you're interested, all of the information will be linked in the description below. 1933 Plymouth could be had in 3 trim levels. PC, which rode a wheelbase of 107 inches. PCXX, which rode a wheelbase of 108 inches. And truth be told, those offerings wasn't selling all that well, so Plymouth responded with the PD Deluxe, which rode a longer 112-inch wheelbase. It's important to note that the PD used the same body and engine as the PC and the PCXX. It used a Dodge frame to extend the wheelbase. It has a different hood, different fenders, different radiator shell, different grille, with external radiator cap, which 1933 was the last year for Plymouth to do that. Plymouth would offer the PD from 1933 to 1942. World War II happened. Then they picked up production in 46 to 50. Sometime between 34 and 42, PD was dropped, and it just became the Deluxe. The PD/PD Deluxe rocked different market positions, but in 1933, it was at the top of the heap. It could be had as a business coupe, 2-door convertible, 4-door sedan, 2-door sedan, 2-door rumble seat coupe, and of course, you could get the chassis. This was the most popular Plymouth offered in 1933. One source said by the end of 1933, Plymouth PD was outselling both Ford and Chevy. This was the first and only time that Plymouth did that. So let's compare. A little different today, since the PD came out as a new model in 1933, PC on top, PD on the bottom. Just a reminder, the PC is riding a smaller wheelbase of 107 inches, PD on a wheelbase of 112 inches. The top image was flipped because it's easier to compare things when they are going the same way. The bumpers are different. The PD has a nice dip. It sort of mimics the grille. Fenders are different. They look flatter on the PD. The biggest difference is the grille. The PC, the whole grille shell, is bright with contrasting black grille bars. The PD looks to be stainless grille bars. Radiator shell is the body color with a small stainless trim behind it. 2 windshield wipers found on the PD, whereas only 1 on the PC. Maybe it was an option to get the other windshield wiper on the PC. Let's talk specs. 112 inches is the wheelbase that it rides on. It weighs 2,524 pounds. Price, $545, which is equivalent to you spending $12,653.89 a year 2023. There isn't anything on sale for that price. The cheapest car that one could buy in America at the moment of recording this episode is the Nissan Versa at $15,830. Total 1933 Plymouth production, 298,557 units. Total PD Deluxe was 186,000 254 units, and of that number, two-door rumble seat coupes was 20,821 units. Moving on to engines, only one engine on offer, 190 cubic inch displacement, flathead 6, 3.1 liters. It's good for anywhere between 70 to 76 horsepower, 3,600 RPM, 130 pound-feet of torque at 1,200 RPM. Compression 5.5 to 1, features 4 main bearings, and is backed by a 3-speed manual transmission. Let's talk styling. Look at everything that is going on with this front end. These look like aftermarket accessory lights. I've been wrong in the past. They could be accessory lights. Look at these fenders and how they come down here. Just check out this grille. Look at how it angles down. I love this badge here that says 6. It's got dual horns, dual lights. There's my hand for reference. They're pretty big lights. This thing won Best in Show in 1993. It's pedigree right there. Look at these bumpers and how they're designed. Here's some more. 1991, 1998. It's a nice Plymouth badge there. Look at the lady. Look at how this hood is designed. It's not straight, it curves. Running boards. Here's my foot for reference. I wear a size 12 shoe, so that's how wide that is right there at the front. It tapers back into the body as it comes to the back. This line here. Single piece windshield, and the windshield wipers are on the top because it can crank out. It's got a cowl vent. It's not an all steel top. It's got this top in the center. Does have drip rails. Look at how these hinges are designed. Nice Plymouth wire wheels. Look at how this rear fender is designed. This one's got 2 brake lights that say Plymouth. It's got these reflectors. The spare tire is inside this case. Gas tank is right here. Now you'll notice these are steps. So you got 1, 2, 3 steps for the rumble seat, which is in the back here. So that's what the rumble seat looks like. There is storage space down inside there. You could use this as a trunk if you'd like. So this is a cool little feature. So check this out. This is like a pocket of some sort. Look at that. There's also one on that side as well. Nice nifty little place to store stuff. Before getting inside, check out how this door handle is designed. It's a very nice design, even for a Plymouth. Door opens up opposite way, suicide door. Notice it does not have an armrest on the door panel itself. The door panel feels like it's made of mohair. Door handle to get out, window crank for the big window. And it operates like this. So just look how thick this window is. There's my finger for reference. This looks like simulated wood that goes around the door frame. Take a look at this interior. Coming down inside the pedal box, you got the clutch, brake, gas pedal, stick shift, emergency brake. Up there, I'm not sure what that is. I think that's the starter. Very interesting pedal. High beam switch is over here on the floor, where it should be, in my opinion. That's what the door sounds like shutting. Here is what over the hood looks like. here's what first person over the hood looks like. The floor doesn't feel like it's tubbed out enough, or the seat isn't high enough, one of the two. There is adequate space underneath the steering wheel, tons of room. It's just, it doesn't feel like the floor is as far down as it should be. It's not a very comfortable seating position. On to the button switches and knobs. Starting on the left and moving right, headlights, choke, hand throttle, gasoline gauge, amp meter, speedometer with odometer inside of it, coolant temperature, oil pressure. This one is for freewheeling. And key. Look at the end of the speedometer needle. Doesn't that look like a crescent moon to you? It looks like that to me. Very interesting. Up above, there aren't any sun visors. The windshield wiper switch is right here. Rear view mirror is here. There is a dome light in the center, controllable by this switch. The windshield does crank out. You need to loosen it there and loosen it here. And then you just push it to the desired position and then clamp it down on both sides for it to stay there. It also has the cowl hood vent, which is right here, and you'd lift that up. See that little vent? So let's take a gander at the greenhouse, or the pillar to glass ratio. It's got these nice little opera windows there. This is what it looks like out the rear window. Notice it has a curtain for the rear window, and this little doohickey here makes it go down. So this window can go up and down. So how cool is that? On to the glove box test. Here's our test subject. Here is my hand for reference. Here is our glove box in question. So the opening is pretty small, but we're gonna try it. I'm afraid it's gonna get stuck in there, but look at how long that glove box is. The GoPro fits in there no problem at all. All right, getting under the hood. These have a lot of tension to them. You just pick up on them. Pull them down here. So just check out that engine. Look at how the steering shaft comes down. Check out that. Look at the starter back inside there. Generator. Nice big horn there. Oil bath air cleaner on top. Look at how this hood is designed. It's got these nice corners so that it doesn't cut anything when picking it up. It's not straight line. The hood is extremely light too. It doesn't weigh, it doesn't feel like it weighs anything. This is the exhaust side. This looks like a single downdraft carburetor. On the positive side, built solid, rear window opens, it goes down. Rear hidden compartments inside the rumble seat compartment. Cowl vent as well as windshield cranks out. Nice, easy to read gauges, seating for 2 inside as well as 2 in the mother-in-law seat and or rubble seat outside. And there is even a curtain if you don't want to see those people outside or if you don't want them to see you inside. Against it, the seat to floor ratio isn't quite right. We did another 33 Plymouth and it wasn't like that. So it's very interesting. The other thing is there's not much in the way of performance. All right, moving on to Would You Rather. 2 scenarios today. In the first scenario, 1933 Ford or 1933 Plymouth or 1933 Chevy. I'm going to leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. Moving on to the second scenario, a little bit different, trying to switch things up a little bit. In your opinion, which one of these 2000 era cars aged badly? Pontiac Aztek or Buick Enclave or Cadillac XLR? Going to leave this here for a minute. If you need more time, feel free, pause the video. Moving on to Name That Tune. First person to give both the name of the band and song title correctly, first person to do so will have their comment pinned to the top of it. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching this. If you'd like to get in touch with me, shoot me a comment in the comment section below or check out our Facebook group that correlates with this YouTube channel. If you don't have Facebook and would still like to reach me, send me an email. All of that information will be linked in the description below. Just know I appreciate all of the support. And until next time, toodaloo!